Hello zusammen, welcome back to my channel. For that person in my last video who said that they missed my sad plant, I brought him back for you. There he is. But yeah, welcome back to my channel, guys. I hope that you're all having an awesome day. For those of you who don't know me already, haven't had a chance to watch any of my videos, my name is Diana and I make videos all about my life here in Germany. As an expat, I talk about the German culture and just my experiences living here over the last almost 2 years. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you do, make sure to hit subscribe down below, but let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So I'm going to be talking about what it's like to be vegan in Germany. This is a very highly requested video. A lot of you have been asking about this pretty much since I started talking about moving here. So I definitely wanted to chat about it a bit more. And I know that this will probably come to a surprise for many people because there is actually a pretty high population of vegans and vegetarians in Germany. And I know that it's probably shocking because when you think of Germany, you probably think of a couple of things. So either beer, cars, and wieners and schnitzels. So that's probably what you think about. You don't think about having a country with a high population of vegetarians and vegans. But actually, over the last couple of years, Germany has been pretty much a leader in terms of producing and providing the population with vegan and vegetarian alternatives. Actually, I was reading up on this a bit more, and it said that between June 2017 and 2018, over 14% of the new food launches were vegan, which is actually quite impressive. And also based on a study done last year, it was noted that about 8 million people are actually vegetarian and 1.3 million are vegan in Germany. So it's definitely on the rise. All of the statistics aside, I did of course want to talk about my own experiences, just living day-to-day life here and how it's been for me. Now, I think I am quite lucky because I live in Berlin, and Berlin has been one of those cities that is consistently at the top of the list. I believe like one of the top 10 cities, if not 5 cities, that provides vegan options. So they're very accommodating, and you'll definitely find that, especially if you go out to eat. If you go to a restaurant, they will most likely have a vegan menu or several vegan options. And even if they don't have something that's, specific to your needs, they can definitely accommodate for you. So even if they don't want to, or maybe they're a bit hesitant to do so, if you ask, they're usually very accommodating, at least in my experience. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Also, there are a ton of vegan restaurants and vegetarian restaurants throughout the city. So you will definitely not go hungry here. Now, this has not been the same experience when I've traveled outside of Berlin. So since living here, I've been to a couple of cities. I've been to Munich, Hamburg, Dresden, Rostock, and I feel like I'm missing another one. Maybe just those 4, but it hasn't been that easy going outside of Berlin. Now, Munich, there's still quite a few options, and I did manage to find options at restaurants. But the other cities, especially I remember in Hamburg, it was quite difficult to find vegan food. So I sort of had to pick little things from the menu like rice and vegetables and such, and make my own dish because some of the restaurants didn't have a vegan menu, or they weren't willing to make their vegetarian meal vegan. So that's something to keep in mind. But I do think that a lot of these cities are starting to open up with new restaurants. So I think because the trend is definitely going upwards in terms of people becoming vegetarian and vegan, or just, the population eating less meat in general, I do think that the rest of the cities will start to open up more options for people. Now, if you're gonna actually be cooking here, living here, going to the grocery store, then this will be so easy for you. In Berlin, there's actually a supermarket called Vegans, and every single product in there is suitable for vegans. It's like the best shopping experience ever. You don't have to read a label, look at anything. You can just walk in there and go absolutely crazy. They have so many meat alternatives, substitutes, so many just products to try, even healthcare products as well. So there's so many options in there. I absolutely love going in there, and I definitely spend way too much money. But if you are just going to also a regular grocery store like Aldi, Lidl, Edeka, you will find a ton of options as well. Usually there will be a section with the mock meats and alternatives for you to pick out, and everything is very clearly labeled, so you don't actually have to, you know, spend a ton of time reading labels, because it will usually have the vegan or vegetarian symbol on the back. So it makes it very, very convenient when grocery shopping, which is amazing. And based on what I've read so far, it seems like a lot more products, especially a lot of products from the US, will be launched as well in Germany, which I'm very excited about. One of the ones that I am most excited about is the Beyond Meat burgers. I've heard that these are amazing. They're quite popular in North America, and I believe Germany is going to be one of the first ones to actually have them in Europe. So I'm so stoked about that. But yeah, I mean, in conclusion, if you are vegan, vegetarian in Germany, it will be quite simple for you. I wouldn't worry too much about that. And also I find like the population is just very open when it comes to this. They don't, you know, ask too many questions like, oh, why are you vegan? Blah, 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 blah. Like they're more accepting. Like for instance, my colleagues are very accepting, people I meet. It's just very common nowadays, so you won't be bombarded with a lot of questions like, oh, where do you get your protein from, and how do you get all of your nutrition? You know, a lot of the common questions that you might hear in North America, or perhaps a environment or country where being on a plant-based diet is not as popular. So here people seem to be quite informed, and they're also very open to the concept. So I wouldn't worry at all about it. And it's definitely a good country to be if you are on a plant-based diet. There are just so many options. So I feel very, very lucky in that way. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to share my thoughts, my opinions. If you guys want to let me know some of your favorite vegan restaurants, you know, maybe in Berlin or anywhere else in the country, I definitely want to try them out. Let me know down below. You can also let me know some of your favorite meat substitutes or vegan products that you've tried out while in Germany. That would be awesome. But that will be all for this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. I do post new videos every single week. And also make sure to check out our Facebook community if you do want to learn more about the German culture or have some questions answered. It's a really great resource, so I will leave it down below for you. But that will be all. I hope that you guys all have an awesome day, and I will talk to you all in my next one. Tschüss! Just wanna be alone with you, with you, with you.